To all the fans who believed that Queen of Tears was more than a drama, this is for you. Because what happened after the cameras stopped rolling wasn't the end. In fact, for some, it felt like the beginning. Whispers, glances, and one message, secret, heartfelt, and hidden in plain sight, that has the entire fandom reeling with emotion. Kim Soo Hyun, usually so private, did something unexpected after the finale. And now, fans are convinced, his words weren't meant for the world, they were meant for her. For Kim Ji-won. But what exactly was this message? And why are fans calling it the most romantic off-screen moment of the year? Let's go back to the final week of Queen of Tears. The series had become a cultural phenomenon. Every episode broke records. But it wasn't just the drama's story, it was the magnetic, soul-deep chemistry between Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Ji-won. Every gaze, every tear, every touch between them felt like it came from a place far beyond acting. Fans felt it. The crew saw it. Even their co-stars, in their interviews, kept saying the same thing, they weren't just acting. So when the last episode aired, and with it, the final scene where Hyun-woo and Ha-in quietly held hands under the cherry blossoms, fans didn't cry because the drama was over. They cried because it felt like something real was being left behind. But Kim Soo Hyun wasn't done yet. That night, while fans were still recovering from the emotional finale, he uploaded a message to his Instagram. At first glance, it looked simple. A photo of the final script, a single white flower resting on top, and a caption that read, "Thank you for the tears, the laughter, and the silence that said everything." Poetic, right? But the more fans read it, the more they realized he wasn't talking to the audience. He was talking to Kim Ji-won. Because in an earlier interview, Kim Ji-won had described her acting style by saying, "Sometimes, silence is more powerful than words. It's in the silence that I understand love." And now, Kim Soo Hyun was echoing her words. Almost directly. That wasn't just a coincidence. That was personal. Within minutes, fans flooded the comment section. Is this a message for Ji-won? He's quoting her. This feels too private. It wasn't long before Ji-won herself posted something. A photo of cherry blossoms, and the words, "Some flowers never wither. They just wait for spring again." No name. No mention. But fans immediately knew, this wasn't about flowers. This was about him. It didn't stop there. Just days after the finale, a behind-the-scenes clip was quietly released by a staff member. It showed the two of them during filming, between takes. Kim Ji-won was seated, eyes closed, trying to hold back tears. Kim Soo Hyun walked over, knelt in front of her, took her hand gently, and whispered, "You're not alone in this." The moment wasn't meant for cameras. It wasn't in the script. It was real. And fans were stunned. One crew member later said, their energy was different. It wasn't rehearsed. It was real support. Real emotion. Then came the moment fans still talk about. During the wrap-up party, where all the cast gathered for dinner and celebration, a fan with a long-range lens caught a photo, slightly blurry but clear enough to see. Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Ji-won weren't just seated together. Their hands were intertwined under the table. Not holding for a photo. Not for show. Just holding. Quietly. Naturally. Like two people who didn't need words to express what they were feeling. And that message, the silence that said everything, suddenly made perfect sense. This was a love story that wasn't just told through characters. It was being lived between scenes, shared in glances, and spoken in messages that most of the world missed, but not the fans. Even their stylists gave away subtle hints. In one interview, Kim Soo Hyun's stylist mentioned, "There's someone who calms him down before every emotional scene. She's like his emotional anchor." Though no name was mentioned, everyone knew who he meant. Kim Ji-won's stylist echoed something similar. When she's nervous, he just looks at her, and she relaxes. Their bond was special, something we rarely see, even in long-time co-stars. After the finale, Soo Hyun disappeared from public events for a while. Some thought it was just him recharging. But a fan spotted him at a quiet seaside cafe, and right across from him, a woman wearing a hat, face partially turned away, but unmistakable. Kim Ji-won. No one approached. No one disturbed them. But fans say they sat for hours, just talking, smiling softly, lost in their own world. It's no surprise then that fans started re-watching old interviews, old moments, trying to find every hidden glance, every private joke. Because now, it all felt like pieces of a puzzle. A love story written not in scripts, but in whispers. Even during the drama's promotional phase, there were signs. In one moment, a reporter asked Soo Hyun, "What will you miss the most after filming ends?" He looked at Ji-won for a moment, smiled gently, and said, "The quiet understanding." And she answered, "Having someone beside me who never needed me to explain." That's the kind of connection that goes beyond acting. That's the kind of bond that doesn't end with the final scene. So what does this all mean? The message. The flower. The shared silence. The quiet moments that weren't broadcast but were felt, by them, and now, by us. Fans are calling it a confession. Not loud. Not official. But beautifully subtle. A message tucked into a caption, disguised as gratitude, but wrapped in deep emotion. And the most powerful love stories. They don't always start with declarations. Sometimes, they begin in silence. In soft messages meant for one person only. Hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. And now, fans everywhere are hoping. Hoping that the story of Hyun-woo and Ha-in isn't over. Hoping that what we saw on screen was just a glimpse of something real. Something still unfolding behind the scenes. Soo Hyun and Kim Ji-won may never confirm it. They may never say the words. But maybe, they don't have to. Because the message was already sent. The flower was already placed. And the silence. It already said everything. So, what do you believe? Was that message truly for her? Have we all been witnessing the most beautifully quiet love story in Korean entertainment? One frame at a time? Let us know in the comments. Because some love stories are not announced. They're whispered.